Hi, this is Annadi Madhu. Today I have come up with another video. So today's video topic is all about technological evolution in terms of engine. So I'll tell you there are many types of engine existing in our society. The immediate engines which comes in our mind since childhood days is steam engine, then petrol engine, then diesel engine, then electric motor. If we want to run that particular engine completely by electricity, we call it electric motor. And then the latest addition of engine evolution is magnetic powered engine, and this engine is not that much old. It is hardly, I think, in 1970s only it has been invented, hardly 55 years old, but this engine has not been promoted very successfully in our society. We are still depending on petrol and diesel and steam engine to generate electricity, or directly on electricity for running any vehicle, that is through electric motor. So I'll tell you the evolution of engines and how why these engines being used till 2025, the irony behind using it, and all the story, all those ironical story I'll tell you. So stay tuned and enjoy. So if you talk about the evolution of engine, the first engine which was run, or in fact is run by steam generated by running or burning coal, that engine is called steam engine, by developed by James Watt in 1763. Such a old engine still existing in our society, especially if you go to Darjeeling, you'll see rail train being run by steam engine till 2025. So very old technology, but still currently being used, and because of heritage, because of historical presence, what do you call historical preservation, probably that would be the reason behind still using steam engine, such a old engine around, I think, 1800, and this is 21st century, 200 300 years old. Such a old engine still being used in Darjeeling. So anyway, the second engine, which we call it electric motor, because motor is something which is run by electricity, steam engine is something which is running by steam, motor is a kind of another engine which is running by electricity. That's why we call it electric motor, which was being developed or invented by Michael Faraday in 1821. So you can 1821, they are around 204 years old. Such a old technology still being used by developed by Michael Faraday. And the irony is that this electric motor, which was being developed or invented in around 204 years back, still not being utilized for running any vehicle. We are still depending on petrol vehicle, diesel vehicle. Now once we have not dependent on electric vehicle, or not using the electric motor to develop electric vehicle, there came another engine which we call petrol engine, and it was being invented in 1876 by Nicholas August Otto. Petrol engine actually being invented after electric motor being invented. The irony is that for like from 1821 to 1876, if we talk about around 55 years, after 55 years, people when understood that electric motor was not being able to be used for electric vehicle purposes, then another engine was being developed, which we call it petrol engine, in 1876 by Nicholas August Otto. Can you understand the irony behind such an idiotic steps? Electric motor being invented prior to petrol engine, but still we did not utilize electric motor for running our electric vehicle. Such a irony, such an idiotic steps. But anyway, thereafter, and petrol engine, you can easily understand, the first step in petrol engine is electric spark. Through electric spark, we generate enough combustion inside a combustion chamber to run our engine. The first step in petrol engine is electricity, because we did not utilize the electric motor for running electric vehicle. Instead, we utilized petrol engine, wherein the first step in running a petrol vehicle is generating an electric spark through electricity only, and thereafter manual intervention will be there will be there in the form of petrol or oil or fuel, whatever you can say. And thereafter, people, after not getting satisfied with petrol engine, they develop another engine in 1897, which is around 70, 90, 20, 20, 97, 20, 21 years later. So the diesel engine developed by Rudolf Diesel in 1897 happened after 21 years passed when petrol engine was developed. So the irony is that, and this diesel engine is completely manual in nature, there is no electrical intervention. So you can understand, after invention of electric motor in 1821, almost in 1897 we developed an engine which is not dependent at all on electricity. It is completely run by manual intervention, which through pressurized combustion engine, which we call it diesel engine. And from 1821 till 1897, if you see 20 and 70, 76 years after past, then we developed manual engine which we call diesel engine. Such an irony, such an idiotic step in our society. Why this will happen? When once electric motor being developed or invented, we should utilize electric motor for running our vehicle, for running our plane. Plane also should run by electric motor only. With nowadays, if you talk about EHang electric aerial vehicle, or that is called drone, or electric plane, everything is run by electric motor itself. We don't require any ATF or other oil as such to run a airplane or helicopter. Helicopter can also be run by electric motor. Only electricity is required. So you can imagine the condition of our society, that after invention of electric motor, we invented another engine which will not be run by electricity. Instead, it will be run by petrol and diesel. Absolutely nonsensical. I believe that in this era, 2025, we should shed off all those petrol diesel engines gradually. Obviously cannot immediately do it, and government of India and rest of world also create initiation such that there is smooth transition can happen from petrol engine to electric motor and diesel engine to electric motor. And government of India and the government of world and other government of other countries should come together such that this transition can happen very smoothly. Because electric motor which was being developed in 1821, then today is 2025, around 204 years old electric motor being developed, and still we are not using it for running running taxi, running vehicles, whether it is a two-wheeler, whether it is a four-wheeler, whether it is a three-wheeler. Such a shame. Yes, in our these days I have seen electric rickshaw, three-wheeler, electric cycle. I have electric cycle, two-wheeler, four-wheeler. Four-wheeler electric taxi in the form of electric taxi are being used in our society nowadays in 2025. But the question is how a petrol engine and a diesel engine can come into the picture after invention of electric motor in 1821. Because these two technologies, petrol and diesel engines, are very later stage technology and backdated technology. Why we have accepted wholeheartedly for this backdated technology when we have electric motor already being placed in our society? Such a shame in our society. Why we have unknowingly have gone for all these petrol and diesel? Yes, these oils are required for developing producing electricity in power plant. If you go to power plant, HFSSD, high flash high speed diesel, being used for developing or generating electricity in power plant of NTPC. If you talk about India, I once worked in NTPC for 2 years. NTPC Farakka use HFSSD for developing electricity. Yes, but why this kind of oils, petrol and diesel, should be used for running vehicle? And as I have already told that I have worked in NTPC, the number one power producing company in India, and they use diesel for generating electricity. So when we know that for producing electricity, diesel and petrol are being required, why you are utilizing this petrol and diesel for running a vehicle? Because electric vehicle is already being placed, and electric vehicle runs completely by electric motor only. So anyway, this is the situation right now. And over the years, in 1979, there came another engine which we call magnetic powered engine. This by Howard Johnson in 1979. So this is the, I think, the latest technology which we should wholeheartedly accept, because this engine actually can produce direct current, can give you direct current to your home without usage of petrol, diesel or grid. But somehow we are forgetting this technology and we have embraced still petrol and diesel for running or developing electricity in power plant. Magnetic power engine is the usage of magnet only. Through the usage of magnetic power only, we can generate electricity forever, which we call perpetual machine developed electricity, and it is called free energy, absolutely free of cost. There is not at all a single penny attached, it's not at all a single paisa attached to this electricity production. So anyway, I'll show you this magnetic powered engine. There will be a small prototype wherein you can understand how a magnet can able to generate electricity, and with that produced electricity it will run a small LED, it will run LEDs. The same technology, when it will be upscaled in the form of making a rotated wheel, and around the periphery of rotated wheel, which we call a flywheel, they will attach a 8 positive negative combinations of magnet and surrounded by a stator, which will be having another 5 magnets. And this rotation of magnet, this flywheel, with the help of stator magnet, it will create an perpetual rotational motion of that flywheel, and that flywheel once get attached to the alternator, dynamo or generator, it will create or it will produce electricity forever. Now this electricity being produced can be witnessed through lighting up bulbs. So I will show you that video also. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. So this is a simple magnetic powered engine wherein 2 magnets of circular in nature will be put around the alternator, and on top of the alternator there will be another magnet attached, and that way after running the magnet it will create electricity in the form of LEDs lighting. Now I have taken this video from YouTube. A person who is very talented, he has come up with this kind of idea. Instead of running this flywheel with petrol or diesel, which we call it diesel generator or petrol generator, he will be running this flywheel with the help of magnets. So around the periphery of this flywheel, he has attached 8 number of magnets, positive, negative, positive, and the stator flywheel is surrounded by a stator, an open stator. He is right now showing the magnets on the flywheel. Now this is the stator. On the stator he has attached 5 magnets, on right stator, on the left stator, and now he will be connecting this stator, and under this stator or inside this stator there will be the magnetic flywheel. So once he will rotate this magnetic flywheel, or he will give an initial rotation with the help of a rotator, then the flywheel will start rotating and increase his speed, because it has a it has magnets around the periphery, and when it will come in contact with positive and negative magnets, it will get a rotational movement around the periphery of the flywheel. And since the rotational movement is incremental in nature, not decremental in nature, it will increase the rotational motion of the flywheel. Once rotational motion of the flywheel will increase, it will, if the shaft being used to connect the rotational motion of the flywheel with the alternator or the dynamo or the generator, then the dynamo or generator will start running, and once the dynamo or generator will start running, it will create electricity. And now after electricity being produced, we can run bulb, we can run lot of things. So this is called magnetic powered engine. The engine which is run by flywheel, and the flywheel is being run by engine of diesel or petrol. Now the engine that flywheel could be run by magnet. So this is called magnetic powered engine, and this will always create a perpetual motion, perpetual power. Perpetual power means always power. There is no end of power, and that power will help to create electricity forever. So this electricity which is being produced, we call it free electricity, because it does not require petrol, and petrol has some price associated. It does not require diesel. Diesel has some price associated. So it is a free of cost electricity being produced, and once this electricity being produced, we can use it freely. So I believe this generator, it has a commercial existence also in our society through Amazon, or through not Amazon. In YouTube, you can see that this commercial generator has a small prototype, or in fact a smaller existence in online. And if you can buy that generator, you can create electricity free of cost without petrol and diesel forever, and you can run it at your home, and you don't require any dependency on petrol, diesel or grid electricity. So this generator is already there in online, but I am not able to buy it, but probably in the future I will get hold of it. But this person has developed this generator by himself only, and that generator has been developed by some renowned company, electricity producing company, but it is still in USA, or meaning abroad. And probably in the future this generator will be given to commoners, and once this generator being given to commoners, then our electricity will be free, absolutely free. And probably that day I will be very much delighted, and rest others will also. So this person is explaining how he has developed. Now he will give a rotational motion with the help of a rotator. Now the rotational motion of the flywheel has started, and now it will gain rotational motion. Rotational speed is increasing, and since it has a positive and negative magnets attached around the periphery of flywheel, it will always gain rotational motion. The rotational motion will not decrease. If it decreases, then it will stop. Since it will increase the speed, or probably after certain time a saturation limit will reach, wherein the rotational speed will always remain constant. There will be no reduction in speed. And since this flywheel is attached with a dynamo, with the help of a shaft, it will run this dynamo, and this dynamo will produce electricity, and ultimately it will run the electric bulb. So you have understood that magnetic powered engine, which was being developed in 1970s, but still not in getting used in commercial purposes, though it has some presence in commercial purposes in the form of magnetic generator. But this generator is still in abroad, and probably in the near future this generator will be available in Aam Aadmi's houses, because Aam Aadmi's houses have received generator in the form of diesel generator or petrol generator since 90s. And perhaps you have forgot that in 90s there was continuous load shedding, and those days buying a generator or renting a generator, getting electricity, or renting or hiring an inverter, or using an inverter, those days in using an inverter, renting a generator, or buying a generator was were very common in those days. And probably I believe that instead of using petrol generator or diesel generator, if you had used magnetic generator, then our electricity in those days, especially in 90s, 1992 or 93, electricity would have been absolutely free of cost, and thereafter our life with free electricity would be very smooth and enjoyable. But anyhow, some way or the other, our electricity, our generator technology accepted petrol or diesel form of generator instead of magnetic generator, and probably in 2025 ending, or in the later stage, this magnetic powered engine, which we call magnetic generator, will be very much likely to be used. And I'm waiting for those days when our electricity being produced at our home free of cost, without any hindrance. And that's it. If you feel like giving a thumbs up to this video, please do so, and please subscribe my channel Ronnie's Identity in YouTube, and stay tuned for more updates and videos in the future. I wish you very nice evening. Bye.